Okay, setting up a sheet in Revit is quite simple. Just go through the steps here. Just open my drawing. I mean my plan. So first thing you do, you just scroll down on your project browser, down to where you see sheets. So you've got all the rest of the headings here. You've got legends, you've got schedules, and you've got sheets. Now to make a new sheet, you simply right-click on your sheets dialog here, and just click New Sheet. Now these are the sheets that are currently loaded into your model. You can load more in. At the moment, all you've got is just your different sizes. So we'll just stick with A1 and press OK. And now you've created a new sheet. So this is the new sheet that we just created. It's A1 size, as the template says. It's already been set up to be A1 printable size. And then to put information on the sheet, you simply drag your view onto your sheet. So views and sheets are entirely separate. A sheet can hold multiple views, and you just select one and drag it in. So sheets are annotation elements. They're annotative. They're not model elements. They're not in the model. It's just essentially an annotative piece of information that can hold views. So I could bring a second view in here if I wanted. Obviously it's not going to fit, but I can bring as many different views as I want into one sheet. So as you can see, we've brought this first plan in. The box is too big, the end points or the elevation points are visible. We don't really need those to be visible, and it doesn't look like it's going to really fit. It might do with a bit of moving, but the first issues are obviously our overall page size is too big. Automatically when you bring in a level as well, it brings in a title block with the level and the scale it's at. So first things first, let's make this view smaller. So if we go back into the view we just came from, and if we go into our properties panel, when we're not clicked onto anything, you can click these extents. In the extents tab there's crop view, crop region, visible, and annotation crop. So if you go in and select crop view and crop region visible, so what that means is this box which has just appeared, this is your crop region. This is your crop view, and it's visible. So essentially, whatever is within this box will be visible in both the view and when you bring the view into the sheet. So if you wanted a half plan, you just region your plan to only show what you wanted to. So what we're going to do is we're going to just move this in to only show the extent of the model. We don't need to see our elevation points in plan. They're not usually seen on a drawing, so they're not important. Okay, now on a side note, it hasn't cut out my section lines because they're annotative information. They're not actually model information. So say if you could, though, if you do, there's a second crop. So that's the model crop view. Once you've moved into place, you just turn it off again, and it's no longer visible. However, it is still there. So although it's invisible, it's still on, and therefore it won't count. If we go back into our sheet now, as you can see, it's, in fact, if we even delete that view. Now, once again, you need to delete a view from a sheet. You're not actually deleting the view; you're just deleting it from that sheet. If you put it in again, we can see it's now smaller, and the title block comes in down here at the corner of your crop view. So there's our crop view in, or our crop view region. The other one I want to show you is there's also an annotative crop view. So back in our plan, there's also annotation crop, which is the same thing except you also need to show it visible. Your annotation crop view is this second dash line, and it'll actually snip any annotative information that you have in the drawing. Like if you had dimensions or text and you wanted to have the drawing stop, say if you wanted your drawing to stop here, your model information, but then you wanted some text and dialogue and things in this area here, you then move your annotative crop out so you can still include stuff. And they kind of move together, but you can move, once you move the model one, you can move the annotative one separately. Okay, so it's important obviously when you're bringing views into sheets that you have the correct scale, you have the correct detail level, and whatever graphic displays you want. So obviously for a plan or something,